That was a good one. And to keep it going here, we have a song by DRAM, sticking with the theme. The best that I got, so we went from special to the absolute best that DRAM has.
Have you listened to Drum Beyond Broccoli? Because that's where it starts and ends for me.
That
was what Yachty, right?
That was what Yachty. Yeah, that and like
Big Baby Drum. I think it was back then. FKA.
There was actually a couple songs that from that time period though.
From the Broccoli time period.
Yeah, from that time period that I liked and I enjoyed. I think he's cool. I think he's
so too.
He's
like
fun.
Broccoli, yeah. The video for Broccoli was pretty creative. I always liked that.
He actually opened up for my sister's not like this huge hip hop fan by any means, but her husband had he wanted to go to Kendrick Lamar show, and this was circa Damn, I guess. Okay. This was around that time period. There was Damn because the opener for that was Travis Scott, but the opener was also Drum. And she said, and with her it's like a true just blind test because she's not like listening to Kendrick all day or like Travis Scott all day, but she actually enjoyed Drum the most
out of the three.
Out of the three. But to be fair, a large part of it was she seen that his album cover she was like holding a dog or something. So this isn't like astute
genius
breakdown of anything, but it was
Drum knew what he was doing. We gotta have a little. Like I'm scared of dogs, so we'll just have a cat. We'll just have a little cat in the
here.
book club.
Just chilling, right? Exactly.
Get the viewership up with the cat.
What do you think of this? This next song is Best That I Got. Let's go.
I'm giving the best that I got to get something better from you. Girl, I'm giving the best that I got to hear those 8 letters from you. But I don't know from when or where. Then you popped into my life, and I let you turn it upside down. We went round and round, going nowhere fast at the speed of sound. Girl, I'm giving the best that I got to hear those 8 letters from you. Please tell me it's true.
That was Best That I Got by DRAM. What are your thoughts?
I didn't expect that. That was really good. Great production. I liked his singing. I liked the lyrics, the melody. I genuinely didn't expect that. And looks like, his talent ranges from rapping to singing, from making songs like Broccoli to this. I'm digging it. And if anything ever comes across from him again, I'll probably end up just giving it a peep. What do you think?
I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, it was cool.
I thought that this was... I also didn't have an expectation.
Very soulful.
Very
soulful.
The first thing that it jumped out to me is it felt like, and I don't know if you have listened to any of the more recent, by recent, I mean maybe in like the last 5 to 7 years, but it made me feel like Fonte. Late career Fonte, like with the kind, even his voice a little bit, like there's you used a great word. I think there's soulfulness to it, and I think that one thing that I think that separates singers in this day and age, whether it be R&B artists or rappers who are singing, and even if you're using auto-tune or you're whatever in post-production, right? You can tell very easily that like Ty Dolla $ign is a good singer, and you can tell also that he probably sang in the church choir.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you're getting those vibes from Drum.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can tell that it's like a trained voice, but not in this like way that like Britney Spears has a vocal coach, but in a way that is like taught to sing soulfully, right. And I think that's what R&B is missing right now. People say R&B's dead. I think it's missing. If you want to be an R&B singer, go to your local church, join your choir for 2-3 years. Like that'll set you so far ahead, I think, from everybody else. And I don't even say this as a joke. I think that would really, the game would benefit from that. Because even if you listen to like old like Boys II Men or like, 112, like, you know, R&B
Absolutely.
artists where people are like, oh yeah, I remember when R&B used to be like Tyrese, even, like, you can just tell, you can hear that soulfulness
Yeah.
even, and just
That's why I like artists like Sir. They really carry that torch to this
right,
day.
right.
Sir, although I doubt I don't know, Smino kind of gives me those vibes at times as well. I'm not sure what it
Yeah,
is with him.
yeah.
It's just a lot of great artists, I think, that do have that background and that vibe. And are there any ones that do yet still utilize autotune? And from what you've heard or that you know?
Good question.
I recall you've mentioned previously that T-Pain's a great singer in his own right and chooses to use autotune, but
That would be
I
a
don't
good
think
example.
that goes back to especially knowing he was probably he was Muslim, because he is.
Is he really?
He
Oh,
is,
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
I don't know if he adheres to it today,
Right, but he
but
grew
he
up
is
with
grew up
Muslim,
Muslim, yeah. But yeah, I just trying to think of some examples of people who have great voices yet still utilize alteration.
I think we've kind of cracked the code that when you actually can sing, you don't need
You're
it.
not using it?
You know, yeah, exactly. It almost just ends up being a deterrent than you know. I'm sure that Travis Scott can't sing,
Yeah,
you know, but he
right.
uses it to be able to get a desired effect that Ty Dolla $ign can just get. You know what I'm saying? That like a T-Pain is probably the most unique of can sing, but and sing well, but using autotune. But I think he was more of a pioneer of like, hey, let me kind of see what this technology can do.
Can Post Malone sing?
Yeah, you know,
He does utilize autotune.
He does.
He could be that.
But he does have some songs where he like he has some acoustic joints.
Yep.
And I
That's
think
what makes me
like
think. Yeah.
he can sing like any kind of rock singer can, and that's not a bad thing.
He doesn't have that church choir vibes that we discussed.
Right.
But capable singer.
Yeah, in a way that like Anthony Kiedis is.
Okay.
You know, I'm not
That's
saying their voices
really
are particularly similar, but
Are
in
you
that same
saying
kind of way.
Post Malone is today's Anthony Kiedis? Did
I
we hear
think-
it first?
I think Post Malone is
Anthony
today's
Red
like
Hot?
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, because rock is
I
dead.
like that.
You know, like
I like
you know,
that comparison.
there's not really a new rock band that anybody can think of that like popped up in the last 3 years that's like, oh wow, this is like really, you know, daring and important music. But if you were to
that's a
kind of
good call.
just who's kind of bringing that energy to today, I think
Rockstar Post Malone.
Yeah, absolutely. Haku was saying, I just listen to D'Angelo when I need my fix. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely it's good to go with the classics, and it's when you have such great versions of that that exist already, you know, it's easy to just go in there if there's not something that's in my face. But I
Mhm.
do think though that I would go back and now listen to this drum album, just have it in the background or
Makes
something,
sense, yeah.
and you know, kind of see if it would give me a good little fresh take on that. Timo also said that was solid. I definitely was solid. Very surprised that
Yeah.
DRAM was able to hold that down, and good for him. That was quality music.